is fine. And we bought the is fine.
They just told me to change it.
Oh no, wait, no, he isn't. He changed his number. So he's not working. Some will be saying up the U, others will be saying go Marties. UCT versus Marties. Vaughan Marlow versus Jabulani Sibiya. Assistant coach versus head coach at national level. But right now they're both head coaches going up against each other. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the third game of the final day here at our second inaugural Cape Town Invitational between the men from Stellenbosch and the white caps. That will be Marties, and the men from Cape Town here right here in Rondebosch. Here in Rondebosch, the men in blue will be Marties. As you've seen, we've had 2 attacks for the Marties side. It was the second one here. No one registering anything yet on the scoreboard. Good defense being shown by both teams. Tane Beswick on the ball currently. Takes a poke and shoots it wide. The ball now is in the number 13's hand. Blake Simon swings it top to the right to EJ. EJ's now on the ball looking for someone else. Looking to be a playmaker on this right-hand side. He does end up finding the number 2, Andy Good, who then swings it to Sam. Sam has a ball, swings it left to Chad, up to Josh Simon. And Simon only makes friends with the crossbar and gets a rebound. Then once again, now this time he's met by a blocker. Some good defensive end there from the Maltese boys. Tane Beswick on the ball on the right-hand side. A strong left-hander from up in Johannesburg, St. John's College. Swings the ball to Cam Lawrenson, the Big Red as many call him. Big Red takes a poke, a second one, has a shot. But Blake says, no, not this time, Big Red. I've got your number. EJ is then found on the right-hand side by Blake. There's a counter-attack if the Blues can see it. 1-2. Simon says, there you go back. Oh. And Ref Brewster says EJ was ducking under there. So good defensive work there from the Big Red. And the ball is in now the Maltese hands. Gets swung up to the number 10. Brent. Then to Ross van Breda. Ross looking for his options. Finds Josh de Villiers. De Villiers with a back shot. And the first goal has been registered, ladies and gentlemen. He rocks off and he puts it over the goalkeeper's head. Well done there, Josh de Villiers. The score now sits at 1-0 to the boys from Stellenbosch. With 2 minutes and 11 seconds still left to be played. Just from a coaching perspective, we know the head coach of the men's side, Mr. Vaughan Marlow, loves his M drop. And on the other end, the assistant coach for the men's side, or the senior men's side there, Jabulani Sibiya, opting to go for a 4-2 split. A defense that was implemented initially in 2017 by the women from Canada. Andy Good on the board. Ball, finds Sam on the wing. Sam tries to find Dane Tucker, but unfortunately the ball gets intercepted by the number 12 for Marties, and so Marties will then go up in the counter-attack. They are currently 5-on-4, but they need to get up quickly and play fast, but they are 5-on-4. Coach Vaughan Marlow even shouting the instruction out that you are 5-on-4. Tane Beswick, be aware, you are 5-on-4, buddy. Tane decides he's going to slow down the ball, but good covering there from Dane Tucker. Manages to get back and stop that counter. Tane comes up, shoots, but is only met by the block of Sam. And Dane Tucker now goes out on the left-hand side on the quick counter. Gets in front of their number 5. And then a 5 meter is then called on the number 5 from the men from Stellenbosch. He's being deemed to have been climbing on the back of Dane Tucker. And Dane Tucker decides that he will not be taking this 5 meter. I'm sure he believes in the phenomenon that if you earn a 5 meter, you don't take it. And so instead, Riley Hardwick will step up to the plate. He comes up. Oh, and Riley Hardwick is only met with the post. And so, due to that rebound going wayward, Tane Beswick is able to regather possession for his team. Swings it to his goalkeeper. Keeper swings it to Ross. And eventually the ball does land up back in Tane Beswick's hands. Back to Ross. Ross out wide. Into the number 5. Oh, on the half turn there, but only managed to earn an ordinary foul. Plays himself. Ball back to Tane. Oh, and a counter foul being called there on the number 8 from the Marties, being told that he was climbing over the number 11 Sam from UCT, and so then it will then be a UCT possession. Ball's on the right-hand side, pulled into double hole. Unfortunately, Chad only manages to get an ordinary foul. Plays himself, looks for an option. He does find Jake, but then back to Chad. Chad there just being tossed to be the playmaker. He does end up finding his home man, but the home man unfortunately sending that ball wide. And so now the ball with the Marty's men, the big red on the ball. Finds his compatriot, Tane Beswick. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Tane opts to flick it on to his number 8. And unfortunately, the ball lands straight in the hands of the goalkeeper there. So once again, at the end of this chunk, the score is 1-0. See you in the second quarter. So currently the Go Marties is in the lead. The U will be looking to up themselves, looking to up the U, and hopefully they can start by winning the swim-off. Oh, unfortunately not there. Josh de Villiers too quick there for Sam. And so the first possession of the second quarter will go to the Maroon Machine. The ball currently in the Big Red's hands. Being pressed quite heavily by Tate. Not earning a foul there, but managed to get a pass off to Josh de Villiers. Josh then puts the ball into off for Ollie Crano. And Crano only managed to earn himself an ordinary foul. He does shoot, however, but a big block though from the number 2, Andy Good. He is quite a large human being, so it is difficult to get around him, but good blocking there. It is now UCT possession on the left-hand side with Sam. Sam carries hard, gives his captain, my captain, Dane Tucker. He looks up. Oh, and then a contrary foul called on number 7, Riley Hardwick. By ref, luckily Shaba, he's been deemed to be throwing his opponent over. And so the possession will then lie with the Maroon Machine. They are up on the left-hand side with Calvin Kidd. Calvin looks for his options. He finds Nick. Nick Borks puts the ball in hold for Ollie Crano. And Crano only finds a bit of steel work behind the goals. Nothing in the frame there, unfortunately. And so The ball's down the right-hand side with the men from the U. He looks, he scans. He finds Jake. Jake finds Sam. Back to Jake. Back to Sam. Sam probes. Sam probes. Has a book. Has a shot there. But is only blocked by the big red. Back to Jake. Jake books, finds Tucker. Tucker looks, has a book. Into Sam. Well done there from Devin. Only giving away an ordinary. But ball out to Tucker. And Tucker only finds the safe hands of Jack Woodburn. Woodburn swings it left. Up to Calvin. Calvin searches, finds Devin. Devin finds De Villiers. Three seconds. The shot comes off. But the safe hands of Blake Simon denies them. Denies the big red machine, the maroon machine, my apologies, going up by 2. And so the score does remain at 1-0. We're just about halfway through the second quarter. The ball's then swung out wide to Riley. Riley finds Sam. Sam puts it into the hole. But great defensive effort there once again from the Lawrenson. Devin this time though, not the big red. Managing to steal the ball there and giving his team a chance to attack. Ball's on the left-hand side now with Calvin. Von Mahler telling his number 11 to carry the ball. Go up, boy. Use the water. Be confident. And if you want to have a dig. But instead he gives the big red machine, who will have a dig, and only finds the crossbar this time. Ball in Jake's hand. He scans the pool to see if he has any counters. No options. So he swings the ball right. Righty Hardrick deciding he'll carry the ball up for the team. He looks to scan. Dane Tucker doing all sorts of ducking and diving. And the ducking and diving leads to a 5-meter for Dane Tucker. Unlucky that the refs didn't see him going under. But the ducking and diving works out for Dane Tucker. And then at 5 meters then being called on the number 7, Ollie Crano. Dane Tucker this time earned the 5-meter once again, but decides he will take it. He steps up, he shoots, and no mistakes, he scores. The last time around he earned it, but decided to give a teammate the 5-meter. This time he says, no buddy, I earned it, I will take it. And he makes sure of that. The score is 1-1. A minute and 12 seconds still left to be played in the second chaka. You know, with it being the last day, the bodies must be feeling sore. It has been quite a long tournament. Tournament commenced on Thursday. Lots of games being played, lots of action being played. So the bodies will definitely be feeling sore, but this is the moment that we need to be at our best. It is the last day. There's one last game. We give it all, whether it's for the U, whether it's for the maroon machine, we give it your all. As you saw there, a bit of a wayward pass. And so the UCT men, the U up on the attack. Ball in Sam's hands. Sam looks for an option. Finds no one, decides to earn the ordinary. Ball swung left to Luke. Luke shoots. And he only, sorry, that was Guy, my apologies. And he only gets a crossbar there. The ball now on the right-hand side with Josh De Villiers. He scans his pool. Almost opted to play the hole man there, but instead balked. Swung the ball to his number 5, Connor. And unfortunately, Connor makes a bad pass there back to Josh De Villiers. He was looking to do the give and go there, but it was a misplaced pass, unfortunately, there. But the scores are leveled. It is 1-1. See you guys in the second half. The men from Marty's are ready. They use us getting into the water. Second half. Only 2 goals in this whole game. 1 apiece. The swimmers this time. Number 10. From Marty's. Brent wins that swim off them. Ross Stewart there. Didn't give him much of a try there, but ball now in possession of the men from Stellenbosch. Josh the finish on the ball. Gives the Big Red. Big Red to Beswick. Beswick to Big Red. Lawrence shoots. Oh! And Lawrence scores. Big Red machine. Big Cam Lawrence. Big legs. Good goal. As we can see there, Declan Leash, man from the UCT, has been subbed in to go. And unfortunately on his first shot at him, it goes into the goal. So now the score does sit at 2-1 to the men from Stellenbosch. Can the men from the U respond? The ball now on the right-hand side. They move it to Andy Good. Josh Simon, usually in hole, but this out on the left fetch there. Shoots. And unfortunately clipping that inside post but not going in there. And so the Maroon machine lives on. They live to see another day. And then the boys from Stellies will be up on the attack. Red machine on the ball. Into Beswick. Is Beswick going to turn to shoot? No, he doesn't. Opts to give it back to the Big Red. And then an exclusion earned. Oh. The Big Red there was the man on fire for the men from Marty's. It's not only his hair that's red, but he is also on fire in terms of shooting form. But then unfortunately an unforced error from him, looking to find his number 8 on the left wing there, Blake Holmes, but unfortunately only finds the outline, and so it is a UCT possession. Ball on the left hand side with Simon. Simon finds Ross. Ross finds Good. No foul given, but ball back with Ross. Ross finds Simon. Simon shoots. But unfortunately, a good save there being called by Blake. The UCT bench there asking for a new 20 because a ball under was called. But unfortunately, the refs and table both in agreement saying no, it wasn't a change of possession. Big Red on the ball. He finds Beswick. Beswick looks, probes, finds his whole man. And then a 5-meter called on Guy Ellis. That will be second exclusion. But great work there from Blake Holmes, holding some strong water, and earns his team a 5-meter. The Big Red will step up for this. Every 5-meter I've seen him step up for at this tournament he scored. Will he do it once again? Or will this be a commentator's cause? And just like that, the commentator's curses him, but then he's first for the rebound and then puts it past Declan Leash. Sorry there, Big Red. My apologies. But well done on getting that rebound and on that second opportunity, getting it past Declan Leash there. In the crowd, if you can see, Big Red's girlfriend is here. And she's smiling. Happy to see that her boy has managed to get himself on the score sheet. Not once, but twice. He now is at the back there, working hard against Simon. He's called for a tight press. Men from the Stellenbosch opting to go for a different defense here, looking to press, but ball in Good's hands. He finds Tucker. Oh, good job there from Captain, my captain, leading by example, getting the Big Red on his first exclusion. Good pass there from Good. Good on the ball, has a balk, finds Sam. Sam finds Simon, and Simon finds the back of the net, managing to get the ball past Jake Woodburn. Woodburn playing in his home team stadium or pool, if you'd like to say. A former Reddam Constantia player, but unfortunately on this occasion, not managing to keep the ball out of the goals there. He was a very good goalkeeper as a schoolboy, winning player of the tournament, keeper of the tournament at Saints, and now getting back into goals and doing well here. An ordinary they called on Dane Tucker. Tucker plays himself, finds good. Oh, so good found Tucker on the previous attack. He earned an exclusion. So Tucker says, hey buddy, I want to give you back the favor and find you this time. But unfortunately there, Good only managed to find the back wall. Nothing close to the goal there. And so it'll be the Marty's attack. Marty's having the ball on the right-hand side with Nick. Nick eventually saying nobody wants to move. So it's okay, I'll take the shot myself. That ends up leading to a save from the number one in goals, Declan Leash. Declan making a good save there. Ball on the left-hand side with Calvin. Calvin finds, excuse me there, Calvin found Nick, and Nick found the back of the net. This now being the third goal that's gone past under 20s goalkeeper Declan Leash. The score now does sit at 4-2 to the Marine Machine. The boys from Stellenbosch putting on a show here. I mean, from the coach's perspective also, once again there, I mean, Vaughan Marlow would not want to be beaten by his counterpart, but I'm sure from the other end, Jabulani Sibia also not looking to be beaten by Vaughan Marlow, looking to show them that, yes, I'm your assistant coach, I know all your tactics, and so I should be able to counter all those tactics. Andy Good on the ball, he comes out, but he's only met by the block from the number 7 from Stellenbosch, Oli Crano. And so Crano earns his team an attack, and he'll be looking to get up the pool, get into hole as quickly as possible, and hopefully score a goal for his team. Justin Villas on the ball now on the right-hand side. I think he's looking at Oli Crano. He puts the ball into Oli Crano. But unfortunately there, Crano, the pass from Justin Villas was just short. So Crano having to work a bit harder to get to the ball. And then the ball is then forced under by the men from the U. And the score remains at 4-2. 2 goals easy to come back from. We will see you back in the fourth chaka. And so in this Lord Shaka, will it be the Marty's tugboat that keeps on tugging? Or will it be the men from the U that make a comeback It is only a 2-goal difference. 5 minutes left to be played. Ref luckily Shaba blows us off, but unfortunately, due to the lacklusterness from the men from the U, with Warren Brewster says, fine, the first possession will be gifted to the men from the Marty. So not a great start there from the men from the U. They would have looked to have loved to win that first swim off, but instead it is the men from Stellies who get the first possession. Sam pressing hard there, trying to steal the ball from Beswick, but Beswick doing well and aims himself a foul. Dane Tucker jumping up, tipping the ball away from the Big Red. And then a contra foul being called there on the number 8 from Stellenbosch. Blake Holmes being deemed to have been ducking under. And so the U will have their first attack of this last Chaka. Ball from Good to Tucker. Tucker to Hall. Hall to a great steal there by the Big Red Machine. And it doesn't often happen, but he is down the counter attack. Oh, and the Big Red slows down at halfway, opting rather to slow down the game to keep his team in it. Ordinary call down Jost de Villiers by Ref Leshaba. Beswick on the ball. Lefty box finds his whole man. Devin probes. A bit of confusion there. I think that Blake Holmes forgot that Devin was his teammate and he stole the ball from him and then he puts the ball under. And so then the U will be gifted with another attack, but Dane Tucker probes. Oh, and unfortunately there gets nothing because of the great defensive effort there from Brett van Niekerk. And so Beswick now on the counter. He has the ball. Was thinking of swinging over to Blake on the other side, but he says, no, buddy Blake, I've got this. And he said, puts it past Declan Leash. The score is 5-2. Some will say Coach Leshaba, Ref Leshaba maybe should have made a call there, but the men from Stellenbosch will say, no call was correct. Brent stole the ball. And so that was a good refereeing call there from Ref Leshaba. The score is still 5-2. After that great counter-attack from Beswick, he says, Coach, take me out. 3 minutes left to play. At very minimum, the men from the U have 3 attacks left. And so by all means, they can still get this game to tie. Andy Good, their big shooter, on the ball. Dane Tucker goes down for a drive. Ball back to Good. Put up! And Good scores! Wow! What a shot. That little drive there from Dane Tucker, causing the men from Maltese to get confused on defense there. And so Good then ends up being unmarked. Good then passes the ball right. He gets it back. A 1-2, if you may, comes up and he bangs it past Jack Woodburn. And so now the ball game is back to a 2-goal difference. It is 5-3 to the men from Stellenbosch. And then a great steal there from the men from the U. Sam on the ball on the left-hand side. Hansen finds his captain. Captain takes his time, looks for his options. Good on the ball. Back to captain, my captain. Drive from Sam. 5 seconds. Sam gets a shot off, but Jack Woodburn says, this is my house, boys. I came to school here. I know the dimensions of the posts, and you are not going to get that one past me. And so the score does remain at 5-3 with a 2-goal difference. Still a minute and 30 seconds left to be played. De Villiers looking to find Ross van Bedar there, but Ross van Bedar being deemed to be pushing off on the big man. Good at the back then. So a counter foul given by Ref Brewster. And so the U will get another attack. If the U does score here, it will be very interesting. The captain does look to shoot, but he only finds the post. Unlike Jack Woodburn, knowing the dimensions of the post, of the goal there. Looks like Dane Tucker going a bit wide there. Maybe a centimeter or two off. Unfortunate there, but a timeout has been called by the head coach from the Maltese men, Vaughan Marlin. I'm sure that he'll be talking to his men, just telling them, boys, listen, we have this game won, but only and only if we calm it down. We don't need to score again. Currently, in the position that we're in, we have 2 full attacks, and we only have to defend once. So if we take the full 30 on this attack, the time goes down to just under 1 minute. Even if they score on the other end, we still have 1 full attack, and so we just need to be as patient as possible. Don't rush it. Let's secure this 5th place. Top 5 in the country would be good, especially with the fact that the men from Stellenbosch didn't start off this tournament too well. Their first 2 games they lost, but then ended up picking it up and made it to a quarterfinal where they did play against the Sachs Old Boys, who were the defending champs, and unfortunately they will not be able to defend their championship as they lost last night to the men from KZN. But the U there with a great defense. Simon on the ball. Simon turns the red. He turns him again. Simon up. Oh! Simon looking for the lob. It is his 3rd lob attempt of the game. And unfortunately on lob attempts, he is 0 for 3. The Reds will look to move this ball up as slowly as possible. Dane Tucker looking to go for the steal there. But Josh de Villiers turns him. De Villiers on the ball. Swings it wide right. Looks for Devon. And Devon is called for a contra foul. The ball with the U on the right-hand side with Jake. Jake ends an ordinary. Moves it right, left, Tucker on the ball. And then an exclusion foul is then called. Captain Tucker, frustrated, saying, Ref Leshaba, how did you not call a 5-meter on the big red? And in that frustration, he ends up making a terrible pass that gets intercepted by Ross van Bedal. And so the men from Marties will see this one out. And that will see the men from Marties win this game 5-3. Started off very slowly, but in the end, a good game. Well done to the Marties boys, coming 5th at the Cape Town Invitational, and the men from the U coming 6th. Up the U, some said, but go Marties seem to be more prevalent. Good luck and cheers.